Look at these two random lines intersecting in a circle. What if I told you no matter how you draw them, they hide a secret geometrical fact? Let us give different colors to these lines for our better understanding. If you take the two bases of the first line and turn them into the sides of a rectangle and then do the exact same thing with the two pieces of the second line, both these rectangles will have the exact same area every single time. Yes, that's correct. Let us understand this theorem, which is called the theorem of intersecting chords. Now, the chords can intersect internally or externally. So, let us first look at theorem of internal division of chords. If we have a circle where two chords AB and CD intersect internally at point E, then this theorem says that if two chords of a circle intersect each other in the interior of the circle, then the product of the lengths of the two segments of one chord is equal to the product of the lengths of the two segments of the other chord. That is, AE into EB is equal to CE into ED. Now let us see the proof of this theorem. So what is given to us is chords AB and CD intersect at point E internally. We need to prove that AE into EB is equal to CE into ED. Let us join AC and DB so that we have two triangles here. Now we are going to use the similarity of triangles to prove this theorem. So in triangle ACE and triangle DEB, this angle AEC is equal to this angle DEB. These two angles are congruent because they are vertically opposite angles, right? Also, this angle CAE is equal to angle BDE because these are the angles inscribed in the same arc. This is the arc BC which inscribes both of these angles. So, CAB is equal to CDB. Therefore, these two triangles are similar by AA similarity, angle-angle similarity. Now, as per corresponding sides of similar triangles, we get AE upon DE is equal to CE upon BE. Now, if we cross multiply this, we get AE into BE is equal to CE into DE. That's what we needed to prove. We can also rephrase this theorem in another way as well. So let us look at that. Point E divides the chord AB into segments AE and EB. Correct. And AE into EB will be the area of the rectangle having sides AE and EB. Similarly, E divides CD into CE and ED, and CE into ED will be the area of the rectangle having sides CE and ED. And we have already proved that AE into EB is equal to CE into ED. So the theorem of internal division of chords can also be stated like this. If two chords of a circle intersect in the interior of the circle, then the area of rectangle formed by the segments of one chord is equal to the area of similar rectangle formed by the other chord. Now let us look at theorem of external division of chords. So in this circle, chords AB and CD are intersecting externally at E. If secants containing chords AB and CD of a circle intersect outside the circle in point E, then AE into BE is equal to CE into DE. So this is what we are given, that two chords are intersecting outside the circle at point E. And that's what we need to prove. Once again, we are going to do some construction. We'll join AD and BC. Now, we'll look at two triangles. Triangle ADE and triangle CBE. Here, first of all, angle AED and angle CEB. This is a common angle, so it's equal. Then angle DAE. DAE. This one and angle BCE. this one. These are again equal or congruent because these are angles inscribed in the same arc BD. So once again, by angle-angle similarity, we get that these two triangles are similar. And by corresponding sides of similar triangle property, we get that AE upon CE is equal to DE upon BE. Now let's cross multiply these. We get AE into BE is equal to CE into DE. Let us put these theorems to test with a real problem. So we are given that chord AB and CD intersect each other at point E. If AE is 6 units, EB is 4 units, CD is 11 units, we need to find DE. By theorem on intersecting chords, we know that AE into EB is equal to CE into DE. Now AE into EB is 6 into 4, that is 24 units. Let DE be x. Then since CD is 11, CE will be 11 minus x. Now 24 is equal to x into 11 minus x. Let's multiply this. It will be 11x minus x square minus 24 equal to 0, or x square minus 11x plus 24 equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation, so we are going to factorize it. We are going to use middle term splitting over here. Negative 8 into negative 3 is 24, positive 24. And negative 8 minus negative 3 gives us negative 11. So we can write it as x square minus 3x minus 8x plus 24 equal to 0. That's x minus 3 into x minus 8 equal to 0. Either x minus 3 is equal to 0 or x minus 8 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 3 or 8. Now x is DE. That is what we needed to find. So DE is either 3 or 8 units.